Why do I always do that? This is just my go. Okay. Anyways, hello. Welcome back. We are about to watch Chapter 4, Volume 7 of RWBY. I've been dealing with some stuff in my life recently, so, I've been a little, isolated and off social media and things like that, but I'm okay. I'm taking care of myself, but thank you all for your nice messages. It really meant a lot to me. But yeah, we're about to get started. I don't want to keep this intro too long. I'm very excited to see what we're gonna get up to in Atlas next, and what we're gonna be doing next, because we just finished that mission with the Aesops and getting the Amity Arena tournament, whatever tower, getting ready. So I'm excited to see about that. Yeah, if you notice anything weird on my fingers, just ignore it. I got little minor surgeries yesterday, but just ignore it. Pretend it's not there. Anyways, yeah, we're about to get started. Very excited. And yeah, let's go. Okay, let's go. I'm nervous, but excited, but nervous. Let's go. See if I remember the lyrics this time. Probably not.
Keep dreaming about a better world. You keep wishing for some clarity. Always hoping that a lightning bolt is gonna save you from this gravity.
I'm sorry, I had to fix it because I couldn't see it.
Maybe you'll wake up in a world of charm. Oh, but what dream can set you free? You don't have to dream. Your life's a masterpiece. If you just believe, then all you see is
I want to know what Watts is up to. I want to know what Tyrion is doing. What's going on with that? If we're gonna see the Shnee soon. Ooh. Ooh.
when you don't know where to turn to, and you're sure all hope is gone. When the day you waited for will come, and dark will yield to dawn. Trust
I love how Casey says, was it Dark will kill to dawn or something like that? And the girl who plays Elm, her name is Dawn. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, this is pretty. I love the scenery so much. Oh, the instrumental. I've been watching The Dragon Prince recently, so it reminds me of The Dragon Prince. Hey girl, what's up? We haven't seen you in a while. Who are you cuties? I like a little, like, is it goat ears? I like them. And more mines? What's going on? What's going on? Making sure I'm in frame. Hell yeah, little badasses. Crow's like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. I love them so much.
You guys were incredible! Oh, the way you took down that Geist without needing to plan your tactics out, you just knew exactly what to do!
Well, Aesops are handpicked to perfectly complement one another.
Oh.
So we can focus on our assets and leave our liabilities behind.
Me,
Some of
literally
us
me.
are all asset, zero liability. Yeah? Think I've got some liabilities, Elm?
Your brains, for one.
I love them.
You did ask.
Oh my god, her eyes. Oh my god, the hammer eyes!
Do you need a new best friend? Her name can be
Oh my god, I love this. I love this so much.
perfect complementary teamwork. Oh, yeah. I want to have my friends' backs just like that.
Oh, cutie.
Friends. This isn't the schoolyard, kid.
That's a big girl.
But I mean, when you go through so much with someone,
Yeah.
it kind of changes things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We get along well enough, sure. I count on them to keep me alive. They do the same. But that's a job. We don't confuse the two.
Ouch. No,
Speaking of
I
the
don't
job,
like that.
Duty ever beckons.
Oh.
You all hang back a second.
No, you're allowed to be friends and work together. That's
What do you
the
guys
thing.
want to do when we get back to Atlas? Sightseeing? Oh, what should we visit first?
How about our buds?
Come on, guys! This is a great time to go exploring.
Oh, she doesn't want to
We've
lose
done
her
that
friends.
So long.
Ruby, we just explored a whole continent on foot before flying to this one.
Well, yeah, but it was only the boring parts.
We almost died.
Oh, she just doesn't
Hey.
want to lose her friends.
Heads up.
I hate this.
Can I get the team leaders over here? There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
Okay.
You too, Crow. I need you on the ground, but be subtle. If people see too many huntsmen milling around, they'll get nervous.
Yeah.
And Clover, don't take Marrow.
New problems in Mantle?
I love Meryl.
More the same, unfortunately. Someone in Mantle is taking out public leaders who speak out against Atlas.
Okay, so that's what's
Specifically,
going
people
on.
who speak out against me. It didn't look like a pattern at first, but this is the third murder of its kind in the last week.
Wait a minute. That's the guy that rode with us after we were arrested.
Yeah.
He died?
Your opposition in Mantle dropping dead isn't exactly a good look for you.
No,
Huh.
that's
I'm
what
not really
they're
worried
planning.
about my public image, but it is causing unrest. I think someone's trying to frame me, and by extension, Atlas. And it's working.
Well, if it wasn't for the embargo making everybody so mad, people probably wouldn't be so quick to blame you for everything else.
Oh shit, John. Call him out. Damn.
Sir.
No, you're right. Things in Mantle have been hard to manage lately. I'm not blind to its issues. In fact, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
With the launch of this mobile communications tower and tensions down in Mantle, I think there's a lot of good your teams can do here. What? Already? Here? No, it's fine. Let him land.
Let him land.
I'll deal with him
Who?
myself.
Schnee? Is that Papa Schnee?
More Mantle problems?
No,
Maybe not. No, maybe.
this one's an Atlas problem.
Oh no, if I see him, I'm punching my computer. Nope. It is. Fuck!
So let me get this straight, James.
I hate him. I hate him so much.
Embargo of yours crippling my business. You've also decided you have the authority to commandeer private
God, I'm not
property.
ready for this.
When the council hears about this, you will never.
Actually, I've already informed them. As this is now the site of a classified military operation, it didn't even require a vote.
Oh shit.
Didn't require a vote.
You might want to brush up on council law before you lose this upcoming election job. Now, I've allowed you to land here once as a courtesy. The next time, it won't be a friendly reception.
Lately, you seem to forget who your friends really are. I'm going to get that council seat, James, and maybe then you'll.
Okay. Hey bitch, what's up?
You roped my missing daughter into these schemes of yours too?
She's not
How
your
long has
property,
she been back in
bitch.
Atlas? Did Winter know
It
about
was
this?
my decision to come here.
Thank you.
Just like it was my decision to leave. Or have you forgotten all about that?
If you think I'm one to forget anything, girl, then you've misjudged the man your father is.
I'm gonna punch him.
I know exactly the kind of man you are.
How dare you speak to me that way? I have half a mind to.
Half a mind to what, Jacques?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what you gonna do in front of all these people now, Jacques? Little fucking
know-
coward.
Your mother was devastated when you left.
Oh, you manipulative.
Didn't
Look.
leave her room for days.
I hate him
You know
so
how
much. I'm so
She
sorry.
gets when she's upset.
You're so awful. I hate you. Blake even is just like, I'm about to
I knew one
eat
day
this
you
man.
would overextend your reach. I didn't come here to beg for an abandoned mine.
Then what did you come here for?
I came here to thank you for personally
Yes.
handing me the noose to hang me.
Oh, Blake, I love you so much. Thank you, girls.
You'll regret this.
That's her family. That's her family.
So these are the little friends you threw everything away for.
I'm sorry.
Not friends. Family.
Family, bitch! Fuck you. Fucking Colonel Sanyard's Walmart version. Babies. Chosen family, man. Chosen
Oh,
family.
now you show up, Winter. You just missed Father. I wouldn't say I missed him.
Surprise! Did we not start yet?
Apparently, we haven't.
Start what?
Oh, they're going back.
It goes without saying that this
Yikes.
arena holds a significance to all of us. It's
But he's
only
just like,
fitting
"I
that
died
we
here."
should be able to reconvene here, now, when the world needs to be brought together more than ever. The road you traveled from our first meeting hasn't been easy. You fought for your school and your friends at Beacon. You fought for the world and the innocent at Haven Academy and beyond. You faced down terrors people can't even fathom. That's not the behavior of students. It's the behavior of huntsmen.
Are
and
they becoming
huntresses.
official? She's changing all their statuses, isn't she?
What is this?
You are being granted your huntsman licenses. Today.
I know this is coming a little ahead of
official!
schedule, but brothers know you deserve it. I only
But
regret that I
brothers know.
couldn't
Holy
do
shit.
something a little more ceremonious for the occasion.
We're honored, General Ironwood. But you really don't have to do
Please, with the threat of Salem still out there, and tensions rising in our kingdom,
Oof.
I certainly could use more trustworthy fighters by my side. I should be so lucky to have all of you.
But we still don't trust you, dude.
It's okay. It's a big moment. And what better way than to celebrate here? When this tower is ready and communications are back up and running, we'll tell the world about Salem and face down whatever comes at us after that. Together.
Not quite sure about it.
That's just about all the pomp I have in me. If you'll excuse me, I have to get back to running this operation. Well then, enjoy the cake.
So awkward.
Your speech outros are improving, sir.
I love you.
After everything we've been through, I almost forgot this is what I wanted in the first place.
Yeah.
When
For
Beacon
real.
fell, I didn't think this would even be possible.
It almost feels trivial now.
Jeez, guys, lighten up a little. Enjoy yourselves for a change. You've earned it.
Finally, someone said it. Let's kill some cake, huh? Because I can eat 2 slices before Ren even eats 1. Who says
I don't
it?
doubt that, Nora.
Who says it, huh?
No one's saying
Nora.
that, Nora.
Nobody is arguing with you about this.
Oh, Ruby. Oh, I hate that she's doing this in here. I can't be happy right now. Aw, cuties.
Big day for you, huh, kiddo?
It's definitely a lot to take in.
Which part? The finally getting the Atlas part? Getting your license part? Or the not quite disclosing everything to Ironwood part?
All the above?
Or all of the above?
Yeah.
All of the above. I'm trying to do what I think is best, but
I can't really tell.
I
what's
really
best is
can't
what's
tell
right.
if what's best is what's right.
Oh, ain't
Or
that
if
a
I'm no
mood?
different from Oz.
Ruby, Oz only trusted himself with the whole truth. You're trusting others, but you're making sure they prove themselves first.
Thank you,
I
Crow.
think that's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
I hope so. This says I'm a huntress now. But I don't feel like I know much more than I did at Beacon.
Yeah, you do, sweetie.
That feeling never goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom, Summer, would be proud of you.
Don't make me cry.
Her last mission.
Shut up! No!
Is that another Oz secret?
Ah!
There were a lot of those back in our day. But this one was a Summer secret. When she didn't come back, Osmond seemed just as in the dark as myself and your father.
Oh my god, really? I'm holding my
Still.
breath right now.
Who knows what he may have hidden from us over the years.
Yeah.
What do you think she would have done? If she learned the truth about Salem? That
Ain't
she
that the
can't be
question?
destroyed.
Pressed on, I think. Like you. She was always the best of us. A bit of a brat, though. But hey, I like brats.
Hey, Ruby! Come check
I'm
this
not
out!
crying.
Oh my gosh, is that a mission board? It's an app now? Can we ride a Megaliath? Stop an underground crime ring? Do I get to go undercover? Nice, Biggie!
Hey, you guys
love
smell
her.
that? Smells like fresh meat.
That's odd. I don't smell meat.
Neither do I.
Oh my god. Oh my
You know
god.
what?
Let me get this straight. You've
Can
only
you?
been official for an hour
I'm sorry.
now, and you're already looking for huntsman work?
To be fair, we've been official for a whole 57 minutes.
I'd like to remind you all that the real mission here is ensuring the successful launch of the communications tower.
True, but we can also keep training and improving by helping where we can.
Absolutely.
The enthusiasm of youth!
Yes!
Well, it's hard to argue with that. Okay, let me show you how it works. Ooh, here's an important one. Who wants to volunteer? All right. We need someone to escort
love
children to pre-primary school down in
Children! I'm sorry.
There's not actually any danger, but the parents fret, and that attracts Grim.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks.
Just John?
Juan, Jim? Close enough, I guess. Wow, my first huntsman mission.
Next,
Oh my god.
a massive saber is loose in the mantle suit.
Oh, then we're going for that one.
Two brave warriors to flush it
Two
out.
brave warriors.
Hey, what? But why didn't I get a choice for that one?
Oh, Jean, you're too soft, boy. Ew. Ew. If we don't get to meet the mother, it wasn't worth it.
Father,
Oh.
you, have a visitor.
I told you I didn't
Is
want
it
to be
Watts?
disturbed.
Is
Why
it
did you let
Watts?
them in?
I didn't. He
It's
let
Watts.
himself
Fuck.
in.
Shit. Fuck.
A spitting image of you, this lad, Jock.
I'm sorry. I'm so
Greatly
sorry.
I might add. He's definitely inherited your affect.
Oh god.
Arthur.
Oh god.
Whitley, leave us. And shut the door.
Arthur. He knows him.
I said shut the door.
Poor Whitley. Whitley, get out of there.
You're supposed to be dead.
I'm shaking.
That is what I wanted people to think, you're right. However, I've heard things about you too, Jacques.
God.
Namely, that you have an ironwood
They
problem.
do look like
That
brothers. That's
bastard is
insane.
costing me more money every day with this embargo. I'd lay off every employee in Mantle if I wasn't trying to get their damn votes for this council seat.
What if I said you could have your cake
And eat it too.
and eat it too?
Gross. Don't you dare end there. Oh, God. God damn it. Why can't we just have nice things? I knew it! I called that fucking shit. Am I happy about it? Nope. Great. This is great. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be a lot of fun, boys. Oof. 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 Big oofs. I was like, I wanted to be Mama Shneem. We can't have nice things. So let's talk about this. There's a lot to talk about. First off, I was so enamored by the little. I think it was. She was a goat faunus, which makes me think of Adam. But anyways, we're gonna move on from that. There was like two faunus, and they were looking out, and I was just like, oh my god, their style, it's so cool. I didn't put it together that might be Robin's lookouts, because they have that kind of same symbol as Robin, I believe, and they kind of like look like rebels a little bit. So I think that might be Robin's lookouts. So I'm interested. Why are they spying on them, and what kind of intel are they gathering there? I I don't know, but I'm interested. Clover mentioned that the Ace Ops were handpicked, and he said it in a way that was kind of like, oh, this has been going on for a while, and this has kind of been a tradition. So the Ace Ops have been around for a while, apparently. So that's new information. I don't know, we didn't know that before. The next thing I want to talk about is the Hammer ladies. Nora and Elm, and Nora being like, I want to be your best friend. We're going to have a team name. And our team name is going to be called Thunder Thighs. And I'm just like, Nora, you've been spending too much time on Tumblr. Like, you've been seeing too many ship names. But I wanted to specifically point this moment out, not because I loved it and I love Nora, but because it's very Monty-esque. Kara Eberly, who does the voice of Weiss, said that this season was going to be very Monty-esque. So I'm excited to see all those little, like, anime and, like, it gives that Monty charm to it. That little moment stood out for me, so I wanted to point that out. Also, another little moment that I just loved was Ren just picking up Nora's body and she just being like, Thunder Thighs. I love how he seems a little bit more serious right now in this volume. But I love how he still cares about her, and there's still the cute little dynamic that they have. It's precious. Two things. So the first moment that we get with the whole friend situation is when Harriet is telling them that, hey, like, we're a team, like, we're supposed to be supporting one another, and we don't have time for friendships or relationships or anything like that. And the whole team kind of reacted to it, and they're like, no, we're all friends. We still work together. Like, we're fine. Like, we've been through so much together. There's no way we can't be friends. But then we kind of cut to it, and Ruby's asking all of them, like, oh, what do you want to do next? And what do you let's do something together, because she wants to prove that, hey, we're still friends. And they're kind of all like, I'm tired, and, like, we've done this and all this stuff. And it sucks because I know how Ruby feels, and being like, someone will point something out like that, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, my friends are going to leave me and they're going to abandon me, and you start having all these thoughts and issues. So I understand where she's coming from. And also it just reminded me kind of Stark. Even though we don't know much about them, I feel like they kind of had that same thing where Summer was very much like, she wanted to be a team and stay a team after they graduated, and Raven probably wasn't okay with that. So yeah, I feel like Ruby is going to be that team that proves that you can be friends but also work together, and I'm excited to see how they're going to prove that. Again, they are taking the team leaders into the helm. They are making the team leaders important. I love to see this after so many volumes and seasons and episodes of, chapters of seeing us talking about, like, the leaders and how important the team leaders are and everything, and seeing them actually, like, take an importance in the actual canon show is really nice to see. The team, Ruby and Jean, found out the forest died. They're trying to make Ironwood look like the bad guy, and like, oh, anyone who speaks out against Ironwood is gonna get killed, and it's his fault. And so I love seeing this so much, because Tyrion and Watts are working together, both in Mantle and now in Atlas, to really make Ironwood look like not this great guy. So now I'm feeling like a little bit more pity for Ironwood, because I still don't trust him completely. I feel like he's kind of mentally unstable, but they're both putting in the work, because in past volumes we've had, like, teams, like, go out and do stuff together, and especially, like, with Team Witch, and, like, have their own little things, but they haven't each individually gone to shine. And I love that they're going to do that, where Tyrion is like, okay, well, you're the murderous, psychotic person, so we're going to send you to Mantle to kill a bunch of people, and Watts, you're really smart and manipulative, so we're going to put you with the other manipulative dude up in Atlas. And it's very interesting, and it makes me very scared. Also, Jean made some points. That's all I gotta say. Jean, listen, he has his flaws, he has his things that people can call him out for, but he makes his points. He really does. So this reminded me of when Mercury was in Salem's room, and Salem had her little freak out, and he was instantly the one to know that she was about to have that because of his father. His father was a very mentally unstable, abusive father, so he knew that Salem was about to have a freak out. I love how they incorporated Blake being the first one to know what was going to happen, and also how Weiss was going to react to it. She immediately was like, nope, I'm not going to let her feel that way. I'm not going to let this slide like this, and I'm not going to let Weiss go into a place where she starts blaming herself for things. I love that. I love the little details. Also, Jacques, you're fucking stupid. I'm so sorry for the amount of screaming, but I can't stand him. I cannot stand Jacques so much. It's like we got rid of Adam, you know, I feel like Cinder, she's coming up next, but Jacques is, those are the trio that I hate because they're so, not only on top of being manipulative, abusive assholes, they're so stupid. All three of them are so stupid because Jacques is like, you're taking my property. I'm like, bitch, it's an abandoned mine. Abandoned. Once something is abandoned, it is not your property anymore. Just like with your daughter. She's not your property anymore. You have to realize that, dude. Anyways, I'm so proud of Weiss. I know how hard it is, like, not for someone who you just, like, care about, but someone who just had some type of an impact in your life, to stand up against them. I know how hard that is. And seeing her do that and seeing her be like, I know who you are and you're not gonna fool me this time. And obviously he did get into her brain, but I mean, that's just, it's a thing that happens with a lot of abuse victims and people who have suffered manipulation where you know, you try your hardest, but sometimes they get into your brain still. That's no one's fault, but that person who got into your brain. But I'm so proud of her. I know she's a fictional character, but it's such a great message for anyone who's watching it that you don't have to suffer these circumstances that you were given. And it's really beautiful. It was really great to see that. And she's so sassy and I love her. I wrote in my notes, Ironwood, abusers be yeeted. Because he was literally like, what are you going to do in front of me? Like, I appreciate your daughter. Your daughter's like the smartest one in Atlas here. Also, she has all her friends around her. Her sister's coming in. What the hell do you think you're going to do in front of everyone? Like, and I love that Ironwood just called that out. I really, really appreciated that because even though, you know, we should encourage people to stand up for themselves, sometimes you need some help. Sometimes you need people to back you up a little bit. And I really, really adored that. Also, his little manipulative tactics about him talking about, oh, your mother, what did you do to her? That is, oh my goodness. It was written so well, but it was so true and it hit too hard. And at the end of the day, it's not Weiss's fault for how her mother reacted. Weiss got out of a really bad situation for her and a bad environment, and that's not her fault. And her dad just being like, oh, well, your mother is so disappointed. It's like, her mother already had issues before this, and it was because of you, my dude. Like, it wasn't because of her, so stop trying to put it on her. But I love, again, that Blake was the one who grabbed her hand and was like, listen, he's getting in your head. Don't let him do that. You didn't do anything wrong. We're here for you. I love that because Blake is the one who has been through something like that with Adam. So she was like, I realize this. I understand what's going on, and that's not how this is going to go down. And I really, really appreciated that. So thank you, Kirby. Just as someone who has been a victim, I really appreciate good writing. And not making it something over dramatic or not making it something, you know, romanticized in a sense. And Kirby does it so well. So I think Eddie wrote this episode. So Eddie, you did an amazing job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, they're not my friends. And I love Ruby's little like pause of being like, we're not your friends. What? They're not my friends. They're my family. And I really, really, I wanted to see that scene so badly. Like, that is the one scene I wanted to see so much because I feel like Ruby, she has her sister and her uncle. Yang, obviously, vice versa. Blake has her own family back at home. Weiss is the one who really, besides Winter, doesn't have that much of a family and doesn't have that much of a support system. So seeing her be like, especially from volume 1 and being like, I don't want anything to really do with these idiots, and to now and being like, I love you guys and I would, you know, I would kill everyone in the room and then myself if something happened to you. I'm so proud of her and I'm so happy for her because found family is so important, especially when you have a bad familial environment. Finding people in your life who can act as your family is so important. And I love that they put that in. Man, this is just turning into like life lessons with Lee. I love when Winter comes down and she's like, yeah, I didn't miss him. I'm so thankful that I did. That whole little scene, the whole little Schnee family, it just hits different. It really does. at first when Ironwood was like, oh, we're in Amity Coliseum and this is important, you know, I'm doing this because this means so much to us, I was kind of like, my dude, so many people died here. This is where it all went down. Why would we be having this ceremony here? And then after watching it a second time, it clicked. I was like, oh wait, Amity Arena, because of the uniting the kingdoms, that's why there's a floating coliseum. Oh, I can be a little slow sometimes. Also, they official! Woo! I'm so happy because I remember it in chapter 1, I was like, they are basically licensed huntsmen and huntresses, and now they are official. Now they have the official print like My Hero Academia, and I'm so proud of them, and this is what they deserve. I'm so happy. I really am, because you know, we've been watching this. I haven't been watching this for so long. You know, obviously I came into the show last year, but so many people have been watching this journey for 7 years. So finally getting that recognition and that confirmation, being like, they are official and they are doing the right thing, and they have the license to go out and do the hero work that they need to without getting in trouble, without have to like jumping through loops and stuff like that. So great, so great. I love Ironwood saying like brothers know, because I always wondered, because in our world we say like, oh my god, or like in the Percy Jackson world they say, oh my god. So I was like, do they say gods? But they say like brothers know because of the brothers. And I was like, I like that little detail, because I've always wanted to know that. I've always been curious about how they express things like that. So I guess they say, oh my brothers. I'm down with it. The licensing thing, I understand where Ironwood is coming from, but because of the musical background that happens while that whole ceremony is happening, and him saying especially like, I need trustworthy people, I'm like, you're trying to win them over a little bit. Like, you're trying to prove that like, oh, I really, really trust you. Like, he's giving them the relic, he's giving them all this information, he's giving them the licenses, he's giving them missions to go on to, and I'm like, I'd be a little suspect in that kind of scenario. I'd be a little bit questioning. So, whew, Ironwood, what are we gonna do with you, my dude? This plan of telling the world about Salem, is no one going to stop him from doing that? Because I know everyone disagrees on like how Ruby handled the situation, or how some of the people on the team handle the situation, but I think we can all agree that telling the world about Salem probably is not going to be the best idea. So I hope someone stops him, and I hope someone is Ruby. Probably the way that it's going to go over though is he's probably going to try to tell Atlas about it, and Watts and Jacques will probably be like, you thought, like, this is our kingdom now, so no one's gonna believe a word you say. So that's concerning. Also, I love how awkward Ironwood is. And he's like, have some cake! Yeah! I like the little detail. It was cute. And I love Penny calling him out on it too, and be like, you're really awkward, sir! The little moment between Blake and Yang, where they're talking about, I couldn't even imagine getting this license. It wasn't even on my mind, and after Beacon fell, I couldn't imagine it. And I like how they're both addressing each other, because it was kind of like, yeah, we went through something very traumatic together, and we never thought we'd be here with one another, but now we are, and it's really great, and it warmed my little heart. I think Nora is kind of calling out the rest of us, because we're all very much like, we gotta focus on the mission, and we gotta go to this, and we gotta do this, and action, 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 and Nora being like, y'all, fucking chill. Let us have like a little break, let us have like a little party and eat some cake and stuff. It's a message that I think a lot of us need to hear right now, where it's, you know, we're constantly working ourselves to the bone, but you need to take care of yourself. You need to have breaks, because if you don't, you're just gonna burn yourself out. So I'm glad that we have Nora on our team, because I love Ruby, and Ruby's a very optimistic person and very positive person in the group, but she's also a person who's like, go, 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 go. And Nora's like, let's fucking chill out. Penny cutting the cake with her swords, that hurt. The whole time while we were in that Amity arena, I was like, God, I can only remember Penny dying here. This hurts. And she just brought out the swords, and I was like, great, double hurt. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
I love the little Blake and Yang selfie. Like, they all had their little moments, but Yang just be like, let's take a picture together. That was cute. I really appreciated that. I felt that. I feel very much like Yang. Whenever I admire someone, whatever, I'm very shy, but I'm like, let's take a picture. Let's do it. Let's get a selfie. It's cute. So this is probably my favorite scene, besides the whole Weiss and her family. And it was Crow and Ruby just kind of sitting down and chilling and talking things out. And I just appreciate them so much because they're so different, but they're so similar. And I love their little bonding moments. And I love that Crow pointed out that, you know, Ruby's like, maybe I am like Oz. And he's like, no, because Oz kept the truth to himself, but you are trusting it with your friends. You're trusting it with people you genuinely care about, and you're making sure that they prove that they are trustworthy. Again, it's such a good lesson for life in that you can't trust everyone openly and willingly. Some people in your life, you have to make sure that they prove to you why they should be in your life and why you should be able to trust them and give information like that to them. So I really appreciated that. I just love like Crow and Blake and just everyone being like, you're not doing the wrong thing here. Like, I understand where you're coming from, and you're trying to be the best leader and the best person you can be at such a young age. And yeah, I love people sticking up for Ruby. It warms my little heart. Oh, the summer scene. I cried. Yeah, so if you don't know, like, I love Ruby and I love the show and everything about it. But Stark is like my main like thing, I guess, about it. It's like the thing that I'm holding out for and looking forward to seeing, and how that all, you know, occurs and happens. And when they started talking about Summer, I just became a mess because I can already tell, like, I'm gonna love Summer just so much. And they finally talked about Summer's death. They have not addressed this, like, ever in the show, except for, like, Volume 2, burning the candle when Yang talked about it the one time. And I'm so glad that they're finally talking about it after we got the little, like, Summer model. And that makes me curious as well, because they're all like, oh, you know, no one really knows what happened to Summer. Like, it's all a big secret, and yeah, no one really knows. I'm like, okay. So, we have the Summer model, right? We have the Summer 3-day model. I'm wondering, is Summer still alive? I have this feeling that Summer is still alive. And I want to know if that's a real thing. Like, is she still alive? Is she still out there? And if she is, what happened to her? Like, what made her, like, disappear and go missing? Because it reminds me so much of How to Train Your Dragon 2, if anyone has seen this, which you should, because it's one of the greatest films of all time. Besides the point, Hiccup's mother goes missing. Hiccup's mother gets taken away by a dragon, and everyone's like, oh, well, she's obviously dead. And then Hiccup finds her mother. Finds his mother. God damn it. Hiccup finds his mother. And it's this whole big thing. And I'm like, is that going to happen with Ruby? Is Ruby going to find her mother? And then realize, like, oh, she's just been hiding because of different things that have been happening in her life. It's such a trope in stories for them to do that, where it's like, oh yeah, my mom or my dad or my uncle or whoever is dead, and then they find them and they're like, oh yeah, I've just kind of been hiding and figuring things out for myself. And honest to God, I would not hate that if Summer came back and she was like, I haven't been dead, I've just been figuring things out. I would not hate it, but I want to know what's going on with that. So sorry about that tangent, but I'm just so, like, fascinated by Summer, and I want to know more about her. And I love how Ruby's just becoming more like her mom every day, even like the silver sleeves, and then Crow calling it out and being like, I keep seeing your mother in you, and you're a little brat and everything like that. And I'm so impacted by this. Summer and Ruby's whole connection is very, very special to me, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it and finding out more about all of it. This little moment when they're talking about the missions and Ruby's like, we're going undercover. It reminded me of two things. It reminded me of Avatar: The Last Airbender, where they go undercover, and Aang's little thing. And then it reminded me of the Dragon Prince when Rayla was like, I'm gonna become a human. So yeah, I love little shows like calling each other out, and I love Ruby just being her little dorky self. I appreciate it. I love how they're still like keeping little bits of her character into it, because even in volume 1 she pointed out like what time it actually was, and so they're still keeping that. And I like it. I wrote in my notes, children? Because, hold on. I was very like, when they said like, oh, you're gonna be volunteering to help some children, I was like, oh, that'd be such a nice little bonding moment for some of our teammates, wink wink. But then they're all like, oh, maybe not. And then Jean just got stuck with it, but I'm excited to see, because Jean is such a like a little like older sibling type person. I mean, we saw him with oh god, what's his name? What's his little nephew's name? I cannot remember, but he was such a caretaker type person, so I'm excited to see what Jean's gonna get into, what kind of, you know, wacky adventures he might get into.
Real thirsty moms.
Also, the 2 warriors who are gonna go with her, I'm like thinking like Nora, because she wants to befriend her, and then Yang, because she's such a like badass like person, but I don't know. You know, just the shipper in me really wants just Blake and Yang to go on a mission. No, you know what I would really love? If Blake and Ruby went on a mission, because we haven't got enough of their kind of interaction, and that would be such a good segue for them interacting, my dude. Oh, I'd love to see that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what all their missions are going to be. Also, Blake, when they're all doing the mission, she's just like, really? Right in front of my cake.
No.
Are you serious?
That's not what it looks
Right in
like.
front of my salad?
That's not
You
what
guys
it
are
looks
fucking gross.
I really like that. I like that she's just kind of sitting there and just kind of like ignoring everyone else and being like, yeah, I'm really tired, so you guys go do what you need to. Big Heather vibes. I really appreciated it.
This mac and cheese, yeah, I'm going full on Kathy cartoon. Can you not do that?
Whitley, get the fuck out. I'm holding out hope for Whitley, even though Watts is like, oh, your son is becoming creepily like you. I was like, he's okay, but he's a child too. Like, he has the time and the opportunity to not become like his father, and I need him to get out and to get the hell away from Watts. I'm so scared. I don't want him to be around that, so I hope that Whitley, I'm so scared about him. I'm so scared. I'm so scared about their mother too. We haven't even met the mom, but I'm worried. And Jacques being like, oh man, like I'd rather lay off everyone, but I need the votes. I'm like, man, you're just a dick. You really are just proving yourself time after time, my dude, that you're just a dickwad. And he always just constantly cares about money more than people, and I'm just like, God, I hate you, and I hope you choke. So Watts and Jacques are teaming up, looks like, because Watts got to Lionheart in that kind of way. And in the intro, we saw that there was a little transition of Ironwood to Jacques, or Jacques to Ironwood. I don't remember which one went to which. And so Jacques is basically, you know, in my mind, going to become this puppet for Watts, and he's going to become the figurehead for not only Atlas, but also just their little puppet, just like, you know, through Salem. And Watts is going to get control of Atlas, basically, because, you know, even though Jacques will be doing the talking and the acting and all that stuff, Watts is going to be behind everything and making the election what it is, and controlling Atlas, basically. And through that, he's probably going to get the relic for Salem, and that's not good. We don't want that, because Salem just wants the end of the world. And also, they want both the relic and the maiden, because in the Ruby book, they said that Salem wanted the maiden powers. And I'm always confused about that, because Salem said that Cinder is the key to their victory. So if Cinder is not on board to... Because I think Cinder's going to take some of the other maiden powers. I think she's definitely going to probably take the Winter Maiden's powers. If she can't get to Cinder, I don't know how that's going to play out, you know? I think that Salem might just kill Cinder just to get those powers. I can definitely see that happening, but yeah, it's a big clusterfuck that's happening right now. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was, it wasn't really addressed in the episode, but because we know that all these missions are happening, and that, oh, we need this person on the ground, we need Clover on the ground, we need this and this and this, and they were talking about how Forrest had died, and that there's a pattern, and it was all the people who spoke out against Ironwood who are getting killed. We know how Crow is going to get to Robin now, because Robin obviously is the most spoken out against Ironwood. That's why everyone, like, from Mantle wants her to run and wants her to win the election. That is definitely going to be how they team up, and Crow's going to go down there and be there because Tyrion's going to try to fucking kill her because she is the main person who's getting in the way of all this. So, we big nervous. I have so much to say about this episode because we got so much little details and information to talk about, and the setup, and I kind of understand what's going to happen with the story now, and I'm terrified. It is so dark. It is so dark. I really hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and the discussion, and I'm sorry I talk so much. I just have so many thoughts about what's happening, and oh my god, it's just, this was such a great episode. I know it wasn't like super action heavy, but we always need those little, I love how it's been kind of like action and then exposition and then action and exposition. I really adore that. I love that kind of rhythm to the show, I guess is the best way to say it. And also, I think Eddie was the writer on this. He said to look out for episode 4, written by Eddie Rivas. Yes, Eddie, you did a great job on this episode. It was so well written, and I could definitely tell it was a little bit of your charm into this episode, and yeah, it was really great. I like having the episodes where we can kind of not really calm down, but talk about what's going on, address the situations that are going on instead of always constantly being action. I really adore this episode. So yeah, anyways, if you like this reaction, thumbs it up, share it, do whatever you want with it. I don't know, leave a comment. They always make my day. And yeah, thank you all for your warm wishes and messages again. I really, really appreciated that. I don't know when this is going to be up exactly, but I believe in 2 weeks on December 6th, I'm going to be on Vitalcast, which is super exciting and super nerve-wracking, but I was so honored to be asked by David to be on his podcast, and yeah, so go tune into it. I'll tweet out a link and tweet about it and make sure to keep y'all informed, and I'm excited for it. But other than that, be gay, do crimes, and I'll see y'all later. Bye! Oh boy. Oh lord. What is going on? Okay. We back? We good.